A data type that we've not yet discussed is the list data type. A list lets us store multiple values inside of a single variable. As an example, let's create a list called inventory. I'll say inventory, and I'll say equals, and the list of inventory items is going to be in brackets. Not curly brackets, but straight brackets. I'm going to do an open straight bracket, and I'm going to list some inventory items. Let's say, because these are strings, I'll say in quotes, I'll say Catalyst. And we'll say that I've got a Catalyst 3750 in inventory, close quote. And I separate the different items with a comma. So I'll do a comma. And then in quotes, I'll say that I've got a Catalyst 2960, close quotes, another comma separator. And then in quotes, I'll say that I've got a 2911 router, close quotes, another comma. And finally, let's say that I've got a 7965G IP phone, close quote, and let's close our brackets. We've now defined the items in our list, and we can see that this is a data type of list by saying type, and then I'll say in parentheses, inventory. And it says the class, in other words, the data type is list. If I want to see all of the items in my inventory in this list, from the interactive interpreter, I can just enter the inventory name. I can say inventory, so I just type in the name of the list, and it lists out all the items in my inventory. However, if I were wanting to do this as part of a program, I couldn't get away with that. As part of a program, if I want to print something on screen, I need to use the print function. So in a program, I would say print, and then in parentheses, I would say inventory. Notice no quotes because inventory is not a string. Inventory is the name of our list, which contains all those different values. If I want to see just a specific item in the list, I could say inventory, and then in straight brackets, I could say 0 and close the straight brackets. That's going to give me the first inventory item. It should display the Catalyst 3750, and it does. Again, if I wanted to do that as part of a program, I would need to use the print function, and I would say inventory, and I could do the 0 in brackets. But as another example, let's do the number 1. It's important to remember the numbering begins at 0. If I say 1, that should list the second item. It should list the Catalyst 2960. So let's do a close bracket, close parentheses, and it does tell us the Catalyst 2960. Oh, by the way, we could also, as a shortcut, jump to the end of the list. I could say inventory, and then in brackets, I could say -1, or again, we would put this inside of the parentheses of a print function if we were doing this in a program. But here we're at the interactive interpreter, so we'll save those steps. If I say inventory -1, it gives me the last item in the list. If I say inventory in brackets -2, that's going to give me the next to last item in the list. I can overwrite an inventory item. Let's say that I want to overwrite that first item. Again, the numbering starts at 0, so I'll say inventory, and then in brackets 0, I'll say that equals the string of Catalyst 3560. So we're changing our 3750 to a 3560. And if I say inventory now, you see that it's been changed. I can delete an item by saying del, and I'll say inventory, and I'll put 3 in brackets, and that should delete our fourth item. That should delete our IP phone. So let's say inventory again, and it's deleted our phone. If I want to add something to this list, I could say inventory dot append. And then in parentheses, I'm going to put in quotes the string that I want to append to this list of items. I'll say I want to add a CUCM, which is a Cisco Unified Communications Manager, server. Close quotes, close parentheses, enter. Let's see what our inventory looks like now. I'll say inventory, and we see that we have added on the CUCM server to the end of our inventory list. And that's a look at the data type known as a list, which lets us store multiple values in a single variable.